there everyone, this is Laura from Successful Spirits Summit, and I'm joined today with an amazing lady that I've been working with for about 9 months now called Dakara Kies. And Dakara lives in Seattle area, right?
Yeah, north of Seattle a little bit.
North of Seattle. And I'm down in Flagstaff, Arizona, so Skype is very cool, and it's letting us chat virtually tonight. And I wanted Dakara to come on to this deal with us today, because I really feel like a lot of her work and a lot of what she does is just a really super neat complement to what I'm doing at Successful Spirit Training. So a lot of the time when we work together in my trainings, I focus very much on sort of practical aspects of marketing with people. But the truth is, none of that is really going to do people any good unless they're energetically in a great space to become more abundant manifestors in their business. And that's where Dakara's work comes in. So Dakara is a heart point technique master. So we're going to learn a little bit about heart point technique tonight. And she's also a certified energy healer. So welcome, Dakara. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. And as you were talking, I was thinking, oh, that's perfect. We'll talk about relinquishing struggle with business. Because like you said, anybody can have all of the great marketing ideas and concepts and all of that, but if they feel resistance to actually acting upon those or moving forward, or if they're procrastinating, that can just hold them back in how they're moving forward with business. So that's perfect. And so we'll offer a session and kind of a healing around that tonight for people.
Sweet. All right. Well, you can just jump in whenever you want. I don't personally actually know that much about heart point technique. So do you want to start off just kind of giving us the lowdown on HPT and what you do?
Perfect.
Great.
Yeah, HPT, that's how I'll refer to it because it's faster to say than saying the whole thing
technique.
out. So HPT was brought onto the planet by Rebecca Marina. She's a wonderful teacher. She's a seer, channel for the divine. She's very connected to Divine Mother, who she refers to as Osna, which is one of the names of Divine Mother known on the other side. Mm-hmm. She can be known by many depictions, and in a little bit I'm going to create sacred space, and I'll call in a few of the aspects of Divine Mother that come forward in my work a lot. I would say it was probably about 2.5 years ago that Rebecca started bringing HPT into some of her teleclasses, and I really resonated with it. I studied off and on with her for about 7 or 8 years, and she offered a live training August 2010, the very first one, a certification training, and I figured out a way to get to South Texas to be there because it was what I was supposed to do. So it's basically working with the light in a different way than I ever had with all the different modalities that I have trained in, which I'm not going to bore everybody with all of that. Now, they can go to the website and look at certifications if they want. But I am very connected to Divine Mother, and I love working with the concept and introducing people to that energy, because for me, that is the energy that is coming onto the planet that's helping affect change on the planet. And the energy that we're moving into. We're moving from the more masculine back into the feminine. It's like the pendulum is swinging back. Right. So I'll just talk about the points. We'll do a quick blessing. And but before we do that, I'm just going to do a quick grounding and kind of create some sacred space. So I'm going to invite everybody to close their eyes for a moment and just focus on the base of your spine. And we're going to send a grounding cord of light all the way down from the base of your spine down to the center of Mother Earth, grounding, anchoring, and connecting into her in whatever way it feels comfortable for you. Whether it's wrapping that line of light around a big, beautiful crystal, or pretending like you're plugging a lamp cord into the wall, whatever feels right for you. Then we're going to imagine bringing that light up through that cord, through the base of your spine, right up into the center of your heart. We're going to just invite that beautiful Mother Earth energy to commingle with your heart's energy. And then I want you to take another deep breath in and out. And on the exhale, we're going to send that light up, out the crown of your head, all the way up to source energy, looping through source, bringing that back down through your crown, down into your heart, allowing that triad of energy to create a figure eight from the base of your spine to the crown of your head, anchored in your heart, just allowing that energy to flow. There we go. Then just take another deep breath just to relax into that, focusing on your heart center. Okay, and everybody can just open their eyes. And the handhold positions for heart point technique is one over the eyes and one over the heart.
Does it matter which is which?
It doesn't matter. You can use either one. If you're sitting at a desk while we're doing the processes, you can lean your elbows. If your hands get tired, by all means, put them down. So we're going to do a blessing on the points, but before we do that, we'll go ahead and create sacred space. So I'm just going to call forth Divine Mother and all of her aspects, Divine Mother Mata, Durga Mata, Lakshmi, Bhavati, Mother Mary, Asna, Leela, Divine Father and his aspects, Holy Spirit Light, Holy Spirit Flame, the Ascended Masters, and the ones I'm seeing coming forth this evening, Sanat Kumara, Saint Germain, Serapis Bey, and the Violet Blue Flame of Transformation, Lady Nada, Lord Sananda, calling forth the archangels, specifically Archangel Michael, Raphael, Jophiel, Hanel, Shamuel, Lord Metatron, calling forth the animal kingdom, the nature kingdom, the David kingdom, the crystal kingdom, inviting the scrubber angels to come forth and participate in cleansing and making everything shiny bright. These are little fairy angel type beings. Calling forth the four grandmothers of the directions of healing to bring forth their columns of light to anchor this energy into the grid. And so it is. Okay. So the first point that we're going to focus on is the high self point, which is 18 to 24 inches above the head. So if everybody was to reach up, they can kind of like tickle that high self point. And we're just going to focus on that point for a moment. We're just going to acknowledge it, bless it, and invite it to be open to receive. And then the crown chakra, we're going to just observe it, acknowledge it, activate it, and invite it to be open to receive. And then the third eye, we're going to just acknowledge it, bless it, activate it, and invite it to be open to receive. And then go ahead and place your hands over your eyes. It's going to cover all of the eye points, which are basically the beginning of the eye, the side of the eye, under the eye, and the tear duct points. For those familiar with EFT, you're going to be familiar with some of those, and those that are familiar with Tapas acupuncture, the tear duct points. This is where all the meridians go back into the brain. So we're just going to hold that for a moment. We're going to acknowledge those points, bless them, activate them, invite them to be open to receive. And take a deep breath in and out. And then just place your hand over your throat. And even though the throat is not an official heart point, it comes up a lot in the work. And we all are ready on this planet to really stand in our spiritual authority and speak our truth. So we're just going to acknowledge our throat chakra, bless it, activate it, and invite it to be open to receive. And then a hand over your heart center, just acknowledging that beautiful divine heart, blessing it, activating it, and inviting it to be open to receive. And then the consolidation point at the back of the neck, this is, you can just cup your hand over that, or you can hold it like, sometimes I'll just hold my 4 fingers across there. This is where the spine and the head connect. This is an area that doesn't always get a lot of attention, but has a lot of weight and power in moving energy. So we're just going to acknowledge it, bless it, activate it, and invite it to be open to receive. And take a deep breath in and out. And one other aspect of heart point technique is chanting. And one of the co-teachers, Dr. Patty Felici, is a Sufi master healer. And of course, in the Sufi tradition, they work a lot with the Arabic language. So we chant the Arabic 99 names of God. We don't use all 99. I kind of move in and out. There's ones that I consistently use, and then there's some that I use at different times. The main one that we use is simply Anur, which means the light. It's incorruptible. divine healing light. So when I'm chanting that, it's just amplifying the light energy coming down to help cleanse and clear. Okay, so let's start with putting our hands in the position, and I want everybody to think about an issue or an area maybe you just feel like you're just struggling with in your business. You know, whether it's procrastination or moving forward on a project or getting clarity on that project, maybe partnering with someone, or just where there's an energy you're questioning or feeling stuck with. So go ahead and put your hands in the pose, and we're just going to call forth the light of illumination, the light of revelation, right to that high self point, 18 to 24 inches above the head. Just imagine like a pitcher of light is just collecting that luminous, beautiful white light that's going to bring in clarity and revelation. And then just imagine that that pitcher of light is simply pouring that light down into your crown chakra. Anur, Anur. I'm going to invite that light to start moving counterclockwise, moving it through the corpus callosum, which is the bundle of nerves that connects the right and left hemisphere of the brain. Anur, Anur. Just allowing that light to flow through the brain, through the cells, expanding, clearing, opening up. Then we're going to allow that light to drop down into the hypothalamus and the pineal gland, just gently brushing across those glands, bathing them in light, blessing them. Anur, Anur. Moving the light into the eye points. And sometimes people will feel tingling in their third eye or behind their hands as if light is sparkling behind the hands. And some people will feel nothing. And no matter what you're feeling or not feeling, it's all perfect. Anur, Anur. Then we're going to drop that light down through the throat chakra. Anur. Right down into the center of your heart. Just allowing your heart to fill with that beautiful white light of illumination. Anur. And then we're going to invite that light to direct out, as if it's spotlighting, to wherever this energy around the issue that you called forth is living in your body. Maybe it's living outside of your body. It could be in your emotional body, your mental body. So we're just going to ask that light to direct itself to wherever that is, so that we can shed some light and ask some questions to get clarity about what's going on there. Anur, Anur. Take a deep breath in and out. So now, go ahead and take your hands down. Laura, do you want to be guinea pig? Do you have something you're specifically working on?
Yeah, I sure do.
That you feel comfortable sharing with everybody?
Always.
Okay.
The main issue that I have is overcommitting to too many projects, to the detriment of, you know, more focused, contained, expansive energy on a few things. Yeah.
I can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when you were directing the light or asking it to show, where is that energy, that overcommitment? What's driving you to overcommit to wanting to do so much and help so many people? Because I know you help a lot of people with their marketing and their work, and I know that's. But where is that drive where it's like I have to help everybody? Where was that showing in your body or living in your body?
Physically, it felt like it was right here.
Okay, so in the collarbone.
Yeah, left collarbone, just slightly below the left collarbone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to close your eyes and let's just tune into that collarbone area, and everybody else do the same as you're watching or listening to this. And let's just ask that area on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being there's no energy there at all, nothing to relinquish, there's no struggle, no procrastination, no overcommitment, and 10, it's over the top. So where would you rate that for you, Laura?
It's definitely about a 4 or a 5, which actually feels pretty painful right now.
Yeah, which is pretty low on the scale, but still something to work with. So,
yeah.
Okay, so now I want you to, we're gonna focus. One of the techniques that comes up with heart point technique a lot is talking about gatekeepers. A lot of people refer to gatekeepers, like their higher self, and the gatekeepers there in a positive sense, which all of that is true. But when I'm talking about gatekeepers, many times these are beings, energies, past life energies, ancestors that are actually blocking us. They think they're protecting us, or they think they're serving us in a good way, but they're actually holding us back. So okay. I'm going to ask the question, and all I want everybody to do is just respond with yes or no, not from their head, but right from that spot or from your heart, that visceral reaction that you may get in your body when you know it's a yes or no, that it's a no. So I'm going to ask the question, is there a gatekeeper? Yes or no? And what comes up for you, Laura?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's ask that gatekeeper, why is it there? What is its purpose?
It's keeping me fed, it says.
Okay. So if it believes it's feeding you by overcommitting, does that feel true on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 not at all, and 10 it feels very true. Where would you rate that?
I'd put it at about a 3. Yeah, interesting. On the same scale.
Okay, so it doesn't feel that true? Because 10 it would feel really true.
No, it doesn't feel that true. But that's what's coming up as the reasoning.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's ask that gatekeeper, what does it need? What does it need for healing? What does it need to let go of this post? If you were to close your eyes and just ask that gatekeeper, it's like, okay, we see you, we acknowledge you, and let's just ask the gatekeeper, what does it need?
It says family.
Okay. And does the family have a color? And I don't mean like the color of their skin, but like, is it a pink tone, or is there a rainbow of hues?
It's blue. It's like a dark sky blue, like a twilight blue.
Okay. And is there a shape to that dark twilight blue?
Oval.
Oval. Okay. And if you were to reach out and touch that dark sky blue oval, is there a temperature or a texture to it?
It's cool. And actually a little rough.
Okay.
Not like sandpaper, but just a little bit rough, like a rough paper.
Okay, great. So, and the Hathors just showed up, and the Hathors are, if anybody's familiar with Tom Kenyon's work, they're the masters of sound and frequency. They're an ascended culture off of our planet. So they're going to bring a sound frequency in for this as well. This is not something that's heard by our human ears necessarily, but the frequency will be there to give the gatekeeper what it needs. So I'm getting that we've got enough for that, and I just invite everybody else to be asking or following those lines of questions and writing down what's coming up for them. And go ahead and put your hands back in the pose. Hand over the eyes, hand over the heart. And we're just going to call forth to your high self point this beautiful twilight blue, midnight sky oval that has a coolness, but it's rough to the touch, filling it with that energy of family and any other energies that are needed to release this gatekeeper and to bring peace and healing to this area. Or just imagine, for everyone else, you're calling forth the energies, the colors, whatever came up. And it can be over the moon wild. It could be a purple unicorn with polka dots and a crown. I mean, whatever came up is perfect. So we're going to call all that energy to the high self points. Then we're just going to imagine that we're bringing this energy package for Laura, that beautiful blue oval, down. We're allowing it to float down into the crown chakra. Honor, honor. And allowing whatever's needed in that crown chakra to simply move in to that area of your head, the chakra, your brain. I'm saying some of this generically because I'm feeling that people that will be listening to this, those are the words they're going to need to hear. And then we're going to bring that down across the glands and into the eye points. Anur, Anur. Bring it down through the throat, down into the heart. Anur, Anur. And then just imagine that that energy package, whatever's come up, is being spotlighted back into that area of your body. So for Laura, up to the left, just below the collarbone, and for everyone else, wherever that was showing up. Anur, Anur. I'm going to plant a seed of love in the gatekeeper's heart with gratitude for their assistance. And for those that may have some other little, maybe not so happy-go-lucky, I'm seeing Durga Mata come forward, and she's going to wrangle up any other ones that are a little more feisty. And I'm just going to affirm that. Al Mukman, Al Mukman, Al Mukman. And ha! And everybody take a deep breath in and out. Now tuning back into that spot or that area in your body. So Laura, for you, tuning back into the left collarbone. It was at a 4 or 5. How is that feeling now?
It's definitely down to a 2, and it's getting less. Yeah.
Okay. Great. And many times, what I've found with this work is that it will integrate sometimes over a day or two and sometimes over a week or two, because with the clients that I work with regularly that I'm checking in with, or they're coming back for another session, it's like, well, I'll tap back into something that was maybe at a 2 or a 3. A week or so later, it'll be at a 0.
Right.
So it's not necessarily a session, but it integrates and shifts.
Sure.
And the other thing with the energy packages too, which is something that my guides brought forth with Heart Point Technique, and that's one of the things I love. There's the baseline information and working with this, and then I've been able to take my 20 plus years of healing energy and integrate it with Heart Point Technique, which the base of that is just bringing the light down in different ways.
Lovely. Yeah. Oh, great.
So when you ask, is there a gatekeeper there? Do you get a yes or a no?
I get a no.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now when you think about overcommitting, does that feel heavier or lighter?
It does. I guess it doesn't feel as attached to me, so lighter.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
So you can just kind of like, and for anybody, I think, any of us that are entrepreneurs, especially in the healing arts, I think most everybody can relate to what came up for you, Laura, because I know I overcommit, and then I stress myself out because how am I possibly going to get this, especially when there's a learning curve to a WordPress plugin or something new that then I'm forcing myself when, I don't necessarily need to be operating from that space.
Right, exactly. It's helpful to feel in control, and when you feel in control, you have better filters, that's what's needed.
So let's bring in whatever else that area or whatever else that energy of overcommitting needs. Because I'm feeling like, and for everybody, whatever their topic or issue is, we want to call forth to the high self point exactly what is needed to bring balance, harmony, peace right into that issue or concern. So just imagine that energy now dropping into the crown, and we're going to actually I'm going to bring this down through the body in a different way that will anchor it throughout the body wherever that energy is needed. So you can put your hands in the pose or not. And so I'm going to call forth I'm seeing some other little angels, I'm going to call them business angels, that can help bring in or attract the tools, the information, and the energy that's necessary to bring forth what is needed and what will help keep each one of you in a place of balance and at peace with your business decisions, and just allowing you to stay in the flow. Because I think I know for me, when I'm in the flow and I'm moving, and then it's like, there's no stopping me. It's like, go and get it done and everything's great. It's when those other energies get in there that I start like trying to figure stuff out or second guessing. So let's just allow these business angels to bring forth the energy that's needed for each person. We're just going to drop these energy packages into the crown chakra. Anur, Anur. And this time we're going to allow this energy package to float down the back of the skull right into that consolidation point. Anur, Anur. And then we're going to invite it to open to whatever degree it needs to from the consolidation point. And then just as if it was liquid light pouring down the spine, Anur, 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 gently flowing across each vertebrae and allowing this energy to move out through the whole nervous system, throughout the entire body. Anur, 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 just allowing it to gently float down, clearing, blessing, and releasing, bringing that peace, harmony, and balance into the vertebrae, into the nervous system. Allowing that energy to travel right down to the base of the spine. And let's just send a little push of that energy right out to the tip of the coccyx. Just allowing that whole spine to be blessed and cleared. Anur, Anur. Then we're going to allow that energy to drop right into that root chakra. Allow it to start moving counterclockwise. Anur, Anur. Whatever is needed in that energy package for peace, balance, and harmony with business, aligned business choices and decisions, unlocks into the root chakra now. Anur. And then moving it up into the second chakra. Anur, Anur. Calling forth whatever is needed into that creative space that allows and supports us to be balanced in a place of harmony, in a place of flow. Anur, Anur. And then moving up into the solar plexus, again allowing it to spin counterclockwise. Anur, Anur. Affirming the truth of our life purpose, our passion, and whatever is needed to keep us in that place of peace, balance, and harmony. Al-Mukman, Al-Mukman, Al-Mukman. We're going to move that energy up into the heart center. Anur, Anur, Anur. Again, moving counterclockwise, moving in that yin flow, that divine feminine. Allowing this light to move into the deepest parts of our hearts, awakening new wisdom that will support us in making choices and decisions in our business. Al-Mukman, Al-Mukman, Al-Mukman. We're going to move it up. And for some, I'm feeling like a little extra boost right there in the high heart and the thymus area. Anur, Anur, Anur. We're moving it up into the throat chakra, again moving counterclockwise. Anur, Anur, Anur. And up into the third eye. Anur, Anur. Allowing it to cleanse that inner lens for a bright awareness and clear seeing. Anur, Anur. And then reconnecting at the crown chakra. Anur, Anur. Moving that energy counterclockwise once again. Anur. Then I want you to imagine a line of light dropping from the crown chakra all the way down to your feet, to where that cord of light just rests between your feet. And this will be your cord of balance, harmony, and alignment. And when you feel you're moving into a place of discord or imbalance, I want you to imagine that you simply reach into your heart and you just pluck that cord, strum that cord as if it was a cord from a harp. And as you do, you're raising your vibration and allowing that light to move off of that card to illuminate alignment, harmony, peace, and balance, to assist you in making business decisions from that place. And so it is. Take a deep breath in and out, and take your hands down. Okay.
Wow.
So how does that feel, Laura?
Wonderful. Yeah, very, very clear. Lighter. I feel taller.
Good.
I feel bigger. I feel like I can take bigger breaths without, yeah, there was something like constricting or binding before, and it's whatever it was gone. I didn't even notice it before, but that's what it feels like now.
Great. So let's do one more little piece to kind of anchor this in. So we just have everybody tap on the consolidation point and repeat after me. I choose to be in perfect alignment.
I choose to be in perfect alignment.
With peace, harmony, and balance.
With peace, harmony, and balance.
I allow that energy.
I allow that energy.
To support my business choices.
To support my business choices.
As I move in the flow with ease and grace.
As I move in the flow with ease and grace.
And so it is. And take a deep breath in and out.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
That was a really extensive session.
Pleasure.
Wow. Oh, that's wonderful. So you'll do that kind of work with people, and usually you'll see changes in them, just in the way they're sort of being able to handle their lives, and that kind of thing happen. Sometimes immediately, but sometimes over the course of the next week or so.
Yeah, and I mean, it works on whether I do work with a lot of other healers and helping them hang their shingle and get their business or get whatever's blocking them. But also, I mean, a plethora of different things. It's like one of my challenges is like picking a niche, to really, because this works and my work. I'm a Gemini. I don't want to be limited to that little box. So, but with things, especially I'm going to say in the neck with pain in the body. And I know that I'm working on a bigger project with pain in the body because I have pain in my body, which, I'm working on my own stuff, developing and asking my guides for new tools that I'll get to help other people. But, for instance, a client came to me who just wasn't, she's a hypnotherapist, she's a healer, she's a tarot reader. She wasn't feeling like happy in life and just kept having thoughts of not wanting to be on the planet. This wasn't a conscious thing. It was just random coming up. Like, maybe I'll get a fast terminal disease, or I'll get hit by a bus. And, just these kind of random thoughts coming up. Yeah. And so that was the first focus in her coming to me. And as we worked down through some energies and looking at where they were in the body, it really came down to an attempted rape at age 16. And what also came up was this energy. I found out that she's never really felt safe in the world. So that's why she didn't want to be here. She didn't feel safe.
Right. She wanted to check out.
Yeah, including when her husband would go out of town and he races cars. So he, especially this time of year, leaves a lot. It would be like, an OCD of checking all the doors and windows, the alarm system, locking her bedroom door, getting all of her dogs in there, locking her bedroom door, visualizing massive angels around the house, and all of this stuff to just be able to feel like she could go to sleep.
Right.
So basically what happened in this work, just to chunk it down, was she has her whole adult life since she was 16 never been able to look over her shoulders. Her neck was locked up. And I didn't know this about her by any means. So what happened is when we went in and we did the healing around that attempted rape, she's now able to look over her shoulders, which, of course, makes her feel safer in the world because she can look behind her back.
Oh, right.
And the pain that she was having in her neck is gone.
Wow.
And a few months after we did, this all happened in 2 sessions. It's like an hour and a half worth of work, really. Um, I asked her, I connected with her because I wanted to find out how she was doing when she was home alone. And she's like, well, I still turn the alarm on. She says, but I don't check it 5 or 6 times or check all that stuff. I don't even shut my bedroom door anymore or visualize the angels or any of that.
Wow.
Because now she feels safe in being in her body, being on the planet, and her life has shifted and changed.
Wow. Oh, powerful.
Yeah. So, and I have a lot of, that's actually one of my case studies. It's on one of the websites, and I have a lot of testimonials from people across the planet in the ways that this has happened, especially even with being in some telesummits recently, too, just the feedback that's come through the people that either just listened to that or that signed up to do private work from there.
Great.
So it's pretty amazing. And
that's awesome.
What it can do, and there's a lot of different ways of working with it. We go back on ancestral timelines, because a lot of times we're holding energy cellularly that is from our ancestors. It's not even ours. It's not our fault. I mean, a lot of it's not our fault anyway. It just is.
Right.
And so much of it, just like you said, you weren't even aware that there was kind of a constriction feeling until it was gone.
Yeah.
And you could feel you could breathe easier.
Yeah, exactly. Which is huge for me. That's actually, speaking of, just sort of our body's signals and what they try to say to us. As a child, I had asthma. And so my lungs and the restriction in my lungs has definitely eased a lot since I've come into some of my own authority as an adult. But it's still, I can't run or anything usually because of my lungs. So I wasn't thinking that through until you just said that and made that connection with your case study. But constriction here actually is something that, I was actually very aware of as a child. So, that's really interesting.
Connect that back to the gatekeeper who is keeping you fed. So maybe feeding you or feeding that constriction in a different way.
Yeah.
By you're reaching out and trying to help so many people, but overcommitting, which is really holding you down.
Exactly. Yeah, that's huge. This work looks like it's got just like so much. So this was just like a blessing that we just did, with a little bit of letting go of a specific issue that was coming up. But if people enjoyed this and they want to kind of go a little deeper with you, I know that you have something that you want to gift to everyone, and we've got a link for it below this video that everyone's watching. Do you want to talk a little bit about that and what they can go grab if they want to?
So I'm going to gift the Relinquishing Struggle. It's a recording. It's about an hour long. So the work will be similar. And so many times, I'm just being present. Like, we didn't have this scripted out tonight. I'm just going with the flow and whatever's coming up, which is, I just have found it's just how I roll.
Right.
See, even for a lot of teaching, I'll make like an outline or an agenda. But in that particular, the Relinquishing Struggle, you're guided to an area in your body. And again, you could listen to that call 10 times, focusing on a different issue or intent, and continue relinquishing struggle around different things. And then I take you on a guided meditation to the Hall of Records, where you get to cancel your contract with that energy of struggle. And when I say, you can listen to that over and over. I don't mean just energy of struggle in general, but if it's struggle around, say, a relationship issue or a business issue or whatnot. Sorry, my little kitten's up on the table and distracting me. So it can be that part can be listened to over and over again or not. That's towards the end of the recording. It's a very powerful call that has blessed people in so many different ways.
Great.
And then over the last year and a half or so, I've been building an audio library of my classes, and that's what I'm in the process of moving on to the new website.
Right, so you're kind of, this is kind of a new adventure in business for you too. So folks can go and get the Relinquish and Struggle recording if they want to do more work. But also we know that, everyone that I work with in this regard, that I want to put this in front of our talk today, we're all kind of, we have this commonality in my circle, and the commonality is that we're all entrepreneurs. or aspiring entrepreneurs, but we're entrepreneurs who are all in the healing arts in some regard, or the intuitive arts. And so what happens when people first start to build their business online in the healing arts is we may not have the benefit of having our own products to sell yet. You know, very often the first thing that comes up for many of us is get the website up, get an opt-in incentive up, build an email list, get some SEO stuff going on so that people can organically find you. And that's the kind of stuff where so many people in my group and my circle, that's where we're at. So we may not have actually our own products, but the cool thing that I've been talking to Dakara about is that those of us that are, you know, further along in our healing arts businesses who do have products, who do have a library of recordings or whatever we've got going on, we actually can help with some of the financing of the building of a healing arts entrepreneurial online business for everyone who's just starting out and who may not have a product yet, because a lot of the time what we're segueing in is working with things like affiliate software. And that's where Dakara is. So essentially, if you like Dakara's work, and you can go and get more of it by clicking on the link down there. If you like her work and you would like to promote her, and you know, anyone who found Dakara's work and purchased some of her products through you would earn you a commission. So, and this is kind of the next step here. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about your affiliate program? And you know,
yeah. So right now I have it set up specifically for the package deals on the telesummits, and I'm in the process of moving everything from the one website into the new WordPress site that I have the affiliate program set up on, and I will be paying 50% commissions on all those digital downloads, which is, I believe, an industry standard, and I'm happy and grateful to do that, to help, you know, people that want to promote my work and then, you know, bless themselves and then have additional cash flow to buy other programs or software they need. I think it's just a win-win.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
There's over 20 hours. There's different classes, so I'll have them grouped by the class. So some of them are going to be, you know, 3 90-minute calls. There's one on relinquishing limitation and distraction that I did this spring. It was a 4-week, 90-minute call session. Very powerful. New information my guides have given me on relinquishing, like implants and distraction devices. And again, this isn't part of HPT, but the vehicle of using HPT and then bringing in the work that my guides give me, it just segues and blends so beautifully. So
Sweet.
I'll have that up before...
Great.
I will have that on the website.
Before we publish, this is where we get to go forward and back in time, ladies and gentlemen, because Dakara and I are recording this, but we know by the time we are actually putting this recording in front of you guys and you're actually watching this, so we're in the past and now we're talking to you guys who are in our future, but you're present. By the time we get there will be 2 links under this video for you. One is to go and get that relinquishing limitation recording from Dakara, and the other link you'll be able to click on to go and sign up for Dakara's affiliate program if you'd like to promote her products. So they'll both be there. We're both going to work our tails off over the next week to get all that in place for you and get you guys this recording and those opportunities. So yeah, thanks, Dakara.
And so I just heard you say relinquishing limitation, which is another call. Oops.
Oh boy, it's late here.
That's okay.
Struggle.
I'm gonna give everybody both of those. I think.
Okay.
I think I lost sound. My kitten, my 10-week-old kitten.
Oh wow.
My laptop.
Well, we can hear you just fine.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I'm going to also give a link for that relinquishing limitation, so everybody will get both relinquishing struggle and limitation.
Oh my gosh.
Limitation was an intro call, which leads into the limitation and distraction of devices and all of that. So just it's another level of the work in a different way. So I think it's just that much more everybody can utilize, benefit, and grow from.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, and thanks for just gifting our followers all of this cool stuff and these cool opportunities, both to you know, get done with some of the energetic blockages to abundance, and then an actual physical tool for actually monetizing some of what they're doing, even if they're beginning. You know, just getting involved in people's affiliate programs is a wonderful way to do that. And it's also a very just wonderful expansive exercise in sort of expansive energy. You know, so when a lot of us come to internet marketing, I found one of the coolest things when we're just starting out is getting finally that we're finally in a sphere, a market that isn't limiting. You know, we don't have to say, oh, my product, not your product. You know, we get to grow everything. The pie gets bigger the more we share. And that's just the nature of the internet and the nature of email list marketing, I found. So it's just even growing into an internet based business, for me, supports that expansive energy. So yeah, really cool to have a nice practice in both going on here. And
I look forward to promoting everybody else that's watching this when they get theirs in place and their affiliate. Let me know. Send me an email. You'll have that information once you get hooked into my system. And let me know what you're doing and what you've got going on, and I'm happy to promote it to my list.
Yeah, Dakara's been great at promoting some of my work and some of our friends as well. So thank you so much for everything. And I really appreciate your time. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Dakara. Have a great night.
Blessings to everyone.
You too.